All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight video. And for today, we got some developer notes from the Marvel Future Fight dev team in regards to the November update. It's been a while since we've got a dev note. I would like this to be a monthly trend, to be honest with you guys, but I think that is too much to ask for. Usually if we're lucky, we get maybe 2 or 3 dev notes per year, but honestly, like I said, I would like this to be a monthly trend because every time they make changes to the game, I would like to know where they plan on taking the game and what their thought process was when they were making these changes, because a lot of times it feels like these changes are not fully thought out. Okay, so let's take a look at the dev notes here and I will share my thoughts with you guys. Leave me your thoughts in the comments because they said they want feedback, and give them feedback through all channels. So give them feedback on the forums here, give them feedback on their videos, this video, wherever, Twitter, you name it, Facebook, all that stuff, because we need them to understand what we are feeling, because we are the player base, we're the consumer, and without us this game dies, and we don't want that, right? Because honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, even though Future Fight isn't the best mobile game out right now, in my opinion it's the best Marvel mobile game out right now, point blank, period. Nobody does it better when it comes to MCU updates. I'm gonna tell you guys that for a fact. There's a lot of things that we're lacking in this game, and they're very slow at times to give us the changes that we need. I say we need, not what we want, right? But this is definitely by far one of the best Marvel games out there, period. Not just mobile games, one of the best Marvel games out there. So let's give them some feedback and help these guys keep the game afloat. So it says right here, greetings agents, this is the Marvel Future Fight development team. First, we would like to thank all our agents for all the love you have shown for the second Eternals update this November 17. The Marvel Future Fight development team always strives to bring Marvel Future Fight more to life and make the game as enjoyable as possible for our agents. We are excited to tell you about the newly added Dimension Rift. They should have given us this before Dimension Rift was in the game, but it is what it is. Let's see what they were thinking here. So, in addition, we also want to inform you about upcoming changes to story mode. This is very, very good. If you've seen the stream I did yesterday, you know what my thoughts are on story mode now that we've seen them do some stuff to Dimension Rift. Anyways, let's continue. We'd also like to inform you about upcoming changes to story mode, which is one of the backbones of Marvel Future Fight. Yeah, story mode right now is literally one of the best game modes in the game. It is, in my opinion, World Boss Legend, story mode, GBR because of the token that can give you premium cards, and then Shadowland, especially if you're a new player, because you get all those bios. You can build up a bunch of characters very, very quickly. I'm talking 4 or 5 tier 3s a month, and then you can start stockpiling bios to build up your tier 2 natives and all that good stuff. So right now, those game modes, top tier in my opinion, but even those game modes are not without flaws. Okay, so let's move on. It says Dimension Rift improvements. So they're already planning to improve this. Let's see how they're going to improve it. It says Dimension Rift has been added to the game with this update, and much of it is based on story mode. Pretty much all of it. You guys didn't really do too much work. Y'all literally copied 7 missions that were already in the game and then just reopened an old game mode that you guys removed because you thought we didn't need it. Dimension Rift that you guys removed in what, 2018? Was it 2018 or 2017? You guys removed that and then basically created dimension missions where you combine special missions and dimension rifts into one, and that was a blessing. It truly was a blessing. I didn't see it at first when you guys initially said you wanted to get rid of dimension rifts and special missions, but it is now a blessing. The only bad thing that happened from that is Dormammu now costs crystals for players who came after that, so that kind of sucks. But besides that, removing dimension rift and special missions, that was a great thing for the majority of the player base in my eyes, right? But bringing back dimension rifts and then just basically copying 7 missions that were already in the game kind of feels lazy and rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Okay, I love the fact that through this dimension rift now, artifacts are much easier to attain. That is very, very good. If you get to level 6, which is very hard to do, you're gonna have to have a lot of attack on your cards. You're gonna need TVA Loki if you want it to be as easy as possible, and then you want to run him with 2 support characters like Valkyrie, Mystique, or Proxima Midnight. You can even use Proxima Midnight in her uniform as a lead, and then swap the Loki, and then Loki with his TVA uniform will clean up for you, and you can get a free artifact pretty much every single day for the first week. That is very, very good. Okay, I love the fact that it's easier for you to get the artifact, but just because I love that doesn't mean I don't think this is a lazy move. Y'all could have created 7 new missions. Maybe this was a last minute thing, but there's no way this should have been a last minute thing, because you guys should have had the Eternals epic quest done like 6 months ago. And the fact that you guys split the Eternal epic quest into 2 updates and then decided to slide in Dimension Rift in this one, it just kind of feels like, yeah, you probably should have thought this one out a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let's see what else they have to say here. We have also automated the stages in Dimension Rift for a better experience. Yes, this is actually good, because if you're gonna expect me to put in even more time, because between story mode, timeline survival, timeline battle, ABX, World Boss Legend, Shadowland, you name it, right? Between DRX, GBR, between all these game modes, you're looking at like 3, 4, 5 hours a day, depending on how fast you're able to cut through the content. So adding in Dimension Rift and then saying, yo, you need to do 2 with your friends and then 1 by yourself, or like 1 for yourself and then 2 from your friends, running it for 30 minutes, that's like an hour and a half, right? So the autoplay feature is a blessing, so salute to them. They said here in the second paragraph, we are aware of the absence of the auto repeat button, and it's an inconvenience. Originally, our intent was to have Dimension Rift as manual. You guys must be out your mind. Imagine them taking a piece of content that was already in the game and then putting it in this new Dimension Rift and saying, hey, you not only need to play it manually in story mode, but you also need to play it manually in this new Dimension Rift. So you need to play the same mission twice every single day. Pretty much the exact same mission. Like what? Whoever thought that was a good idea, y'all deserve a slap. Thank goodness at the last moment they pivoted to the autoplay style, because that would have been really, really, really annoying. Anyways, so they pivoted to the autoplay style, which made it difficult for them to add the auto repeat for this update. We ask for your understanding as we are pushing to finish the automated. Okay, so basically by next update they're gonna have the auto replay button. Good. However, on stream, the first thing I said when I seen that they added autoplay for this Dimension Rift thing, and the fact that these were story mode missions taken and put in here, the first thing I said was, now that you guys have done this, you've opened a can of worms that I've been talking about for a while. That story mode takes a long time. It takes me on average about an hour to do all the story mode missions in the game every single day. And that's an hour for me, and I have top tier cards and my characters are built very, very well. So just imagine somebody who doesn't have top tier cards, doesn't have CDPs, and their characters are not built super well. It's probably taking them 2, 3, 4 hours to get through all those missions if they're failing repeatedly. Nah, man, that's crazy. So yeah, y'all definitely need to add auto repeat and auto play for story mode. I'm not saying everybody's gonna be able to get through it on auto, but if it's there as an option, it's good. Okay. Whew. Anyways, we are also considering the automation of story mode where the fundamentals of Dimension Rifts are based off of. Yes, you guys better do it. And guys, please comment down below. Auto story mode, please. I need that. We all need that. Okay. However, the automation of story mode faces challenges that will require quite a lot of time, the sheer number of stages in story mode, and their design level intent for manual play. Yeah, definitely understand why this is a hard thing for them to do. In case you don't know what they're talking about, let me just jump into my game right now and show you one example of why this is going to take them some time to figure out. So like if I go to story mode right here, and then we go over to this fight and then jump in. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the full fight, but basically the reason why it's gonna be really difficult for them to autoplay story is because of stuff like this. When you have to stand in this barrier or the shield, and then you have to swap between these like little barriers to get through the stages. The autoplay has to be smart enough to not get you killed, because if you just walk up in this, you get hit and you just keep getting hit and then you die, and then if you die you lose the fragments, right? So I just wanted to show you guys that for any of you guys who don't play story mode, maybe you don't have these missions unlocked. Some of these missions are designed in a way where unless you actually play them manually, it's impossible to win, right? So that's why it's gonna take them some time, because they're gonna have to basically make sure the AI is smart enough to not get you killed on auto. So that being said, let's take a look at what they have to say in the dev note here. So down here it says, from this update, we have added a function that enables us to hold surveys, and we plan to do them occasionally. We have been carefully tracking your opinions through multiple sources, including official and unofficial channels. So they're talking about either the forums here, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whether it's their YouTube channel or probably other content creators' YouTube channels. So leave them feedback anywhere. Leave them feedback on this video. Go on their channel, leave them feedback there. You know, autoplay for story mode will make it so that a lot of you guys who don't have the time to play story mode, play it. And even if you're not getting a fragment drop every single time, every little bit counts. It all adds up. If you get 3 Titan component packs every single day and you do that for 10 days, that's 30, right? And keep in mind, there's a lot of story missions in the game, bro. So like if you do every single one of them and you don't get a fragment, but you get 2 or 3 TCP or EOD, that's a lot. There's like what? I think there's about 35 story missions. So just multiply that by like a year. You feel me? That's a lot, bro. It's actually a lot. So yeah, autoplay is definitely gonna change the game, or change the amount of time that you need to put in the game like manually, and it's gonna increase the amount of rewards that you can get on a daily basis. So definitely leave them some comments on that, guys, for real. However, although we're doing our best to listen to our agents through communities and in-game activities, we believe that many opinions exist outside of these channels. To facilitate the needs and to listen even more closely to our agents, we have added the survey. We promise to do our best to stay connected to our agents by first listening and communicating through every possible avenue. We ask for the continuation of your valuable opinions in the future. Okay, so shout out to them for adding a survey button in game. I still haven't found it. I was looking for it today, but I cannot find it. They added a bunch of new little features in this update, but I honestly don't know where that survey button is. I thought it was gonna be like right here, like when you click on the game thing, but it's not here. So it might be a thing that just pops up in the game when you log in, and then everybody can just leave their feedback before even getting in to play the game, and that way they can reach out to as many players as possible. So you guys leave me your thoughts in the comments. More gameplay videos coming for you guys soon, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you're not subscribed, man, what you doing, man? Turn on notification, hit that subscribe button, and also like the video, man.